Okay, this is going to be understanding maps that have been found in WinOLS part 2, as it were, because I've already done the EGR valve, so I'm going to go and look for another one. I'm only really doing these to give people a little bit more of a clue as to what it is they're looking at with their maps, and that will help when they want to change their maps. I know the next map's fairly close by, that's why I'm just going through scrolling on the scroll wheel on the mouse rather than anything else. Okay, there's the driver's wish map, so let's open that one. It's opened like a pancake. We'll go and look. With a bit of luck we should get that nice little pop-up that tells us, there we are, click to optimize it. There we go. I've said this so many times I'll be saying it in my sleep, but when you get highlighted bits, it's a good idea to get rid of them because they can be very confusing. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on here then. We've got the driver's wish map and we've got accelerator pedal pressure, so that's fairly obvious, and we've got engine speed in revs per minute. The accelerator pedal ranges between 0 and 100% press down, so that's fairly simple. And obviously the rev speed range is the rev speed range, so that's the revs that we're hoping for. Now, what we hope for, of course, is that if we press the pedal all the way down, we will get maximum revs. So that's what we're hoping for, because that's the whole point of the exercise, isn't it? The thing is, though, what the ECU needs to know is not what the engine speed is, because that's all built into the whole system by the designers, but what it needs to know is when you press the accelerator pedal down, how much fuel should be injected. And so that's what this map is telling us. These values here are telling us how much fuel to inject. And if we sort of wander our way across, let's just pick a line and go across. We won't worry about engine speed. We'll just pick a line and go across. Right, here we've got, I'm not pressing the accelerator at all. So I'm not pressing the accelerator down at all. And so I'm not really going to get any fuel. And then I'll move across a little bit, and now I've got a tiny little bit of pressure, say 4%, and I get basically virtually no fuel injected. So what's really happening is what it's telling me is that down here very little will happen to the amount of fuel when I first press the accelerator gently. And of course that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Because if when you first started to press the accelerator down gently, the car took off like a scolded cat, the average person who bought a car would not be happy. So the designers have taken this into account and they've made this a slow ramp speed, so it slowly ramps up. So that's why it's more or less flat here. And then as somebody starts to press harder, look, between say 25 and 40% roughly, then what happens then is I go from very, very little fuel injected, little more than idle, and then I go up to the amount that's probably twice what idle would be. It's jumped up to about 14 milligrams, so it's jumped up a fair bit. And then as I press the accelerator about halfway down, it's jumped up to about 36 milligrams, which is quite a lot. And when the pedal is about 3/4 down, so it's about half, about 80% is on this map, but about 3/4 of the way down, then what I'm injecting on this map is 60 milligrams. Now, that's highly unlikely, but that's what this map is saying that I will be injecting. And it continues up and goes to full press pedal right to the floor, 70 milligrams. Now, this is linked to speed, obviously, but the relationship is best ignored at this stage because it's like trying to get your head round the problem by looking at it from two different angles at the same time. It can get very confusing. So the simplest thing to do at this stage in your mind is just say to yourself, when I press the accelerator pedal down more, this map will produce a figure for more and more injected fuel quantity, and that will make the car go faster effectively by making the engine revs rise. So that's really the thing that we're most interested in. And if we want to change this, well, most people will want to change this because they either want the values up here to be higher, because what they want to do is they want to inject more, but you can see it's already on 70 at the top, or they want to change this area here. Now, you will be amazed how easy it is to fool people when it comes to changes by changing this map. I'll leave you to think about that one because I don't want to start talking about changes to accelerator maps or any maps now, because they'll be in a section about making changes. But if you stop to think about it, what could you do down here? Because at the moment what we've got is very, very little acceleration as we press the accelerator, and then off we go nice and gently and we pick up speed and we get faster and faster and faster. So this is how the car will feel and drive when it's factory fresh and has got the original file in it. So what could we do down there? Maybe there's something we could do in this area to make a big difference, and of course some of these bits here are a clue as to what we could do over here. But I'm not going to go into that at the moment. I'm just going to leave it that what I've explained is you press the pedal, what you get is more fuel. So we're basically asking the injectors to give us more fuel. And remember, this is a request. This is not what you will get. So don't look at this and just say to yourself, oh, I press the pedal, this is what I get. I press the pedal, this is the request. The ECU will decide how much fuel it is going to inject, not you. And that's because this is an electronic pedal. You press the pedal, the ECU makes the decisions. Right, I'll stop there.